Hello everyone. Today we are going to take part 3 of our first lesson in business writing, CVs. This is the final part of our lesson, so let's dive in. Last lecture we took several sections in the academic CV. We took the personal information and we have said that the personal information includes the name and the contact information اللي هو email, the address and the phone number, and that we can also include some additional information like our age, gender, marital status, nationality, our LinkedIn profile or our personal website. We have also said that you should use a bigger font for your name and that you should include a recent headshot. Then we took the personal statement or professional summary. والpersonal statement أو professional summary ده قلنا إن هو optional يعني اختياري. It's an optional short paragraph that talks about your work, education and skills. Then we took the educational background. In the academic CV, it's usually before the work experience. It includes our college degrees, major and minor, in reverse chronological order. يعني إيه reverse chronological order؟ يعني من الأحدث للأقدم. And you can include the title of your thesis or dissertation in this part. Then we discussed the professional experience, otherwise known as the academic or teaching experience. In this part, we include the teaching positions or internships, and we include them in reverse chronological order, يعني from the most recent to the least recent. So this is what we took last time. طيب ايه هي باقي السكشنز بتاعة الأكاديميك CV؟ ده اللي هنشوفه في المحاضرة بتاعة النهاردة. The first section that we are going to take today is the specialized skills section. In this section you should write your language skills and your technical skills. Technical skills دي اللي هي computer related skills, not your soft skills or communication skills. You can also list the language skills as a separate section. يعني ممكن نفصل language عن technical skills. Since this is an academic CV, the language skills are usually listed in a table like this one. And usually whoever is writing the CV does a self-assessment. Okay, يعني بيقيم نفسه في اللغة. طيب بيقيم نفسه ازاي؟ بيقيم نفسه according to the common European framework of reference for languages. دي اللي هي في السلايد اللي جاية. This is the common European framework of reference for languages. It includes certain levels A1, E2, B1, B2, C1, C2, and you can write basic, independent, or proficient. So you can use this framework of reference to evaluate yourself or to assess yourself. I will leave a link in the description of the video on YouTube for the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages. So when you are writing your CV, instead of writing good in all the cells as the one before you, you will assess your level. For example, if your listening skills are very good, you will choose C1, advanced. If your speaking skills are not as good as your listening skills, then you will choose B2 or B1. So you can use the link that I have provided in the description to read more about the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages. You can also use the link for the English Proficiency Standard Test to evaluate yourself and know your level. The next section is grants and awards. Any grants, honors or awards that you have been awarded. يعني مثلا any scholarships that you have been offered because of your academic performance. Qualifications and certifications. In this section you should include any certifications that you have يعني أي شهادة مثلا لأي كورس أخدتوه. Any licensure that you have like the medical state license اللي هي أي رخصة رسمية زي مثلا رخصة ممارسة مهنة الطب. And any professional qualification like the TOEFL exam, the IELTS exam and so on. So you include all of your certifications and all of your professional licenses. Publications and presentations. These include the articles and books you have published and the presentations that you have presented. فدي عبارة عن المقالات العلمية والكتب العلمية اللي انت نشرتها أو كتبت جزء منها والpresentations اللي قدمتها مثلا في مؤتمرات مختلفة. Then we move to the research section. The research section includes the research methodology اللي هي طريقة البحث, the research goals اللي هي أهداف البحث and the research results اللي هي نتائج البحث. So this section is related to your research and research papers and the way you do your research and your research goals and results. لأن زي ما قلنا إن academic CV للscientific and academic positions. So if you are in a scientific position or even if you are in an academic position, this will be quite important because research is a very important part of academia and science. Then we have the professional affiliations اللي هي professional memberships. يعني لو انت عضو في اي حاجة ليها علاقة مثلا بالمجال اللي انت فيه سواء مثلا تدريس او المجال العلمي, you have to include them in this section. You include your membership and your role in them. So if you're the director of a certain organization, you should write that you are the director or whatever role that you have in this certain organization. Then we have conferences. Conferences اللي هي مؤتمرات. You should include any conference that you presented in and the conferences that you have attended. يعني the conferences اللي انت قدمت فيها والconferences اللي حضرتها. And you should include the event's name plus the event's date. يبقى التاريخ واسم الإيفنت. Lastly, we have the references. The references are usually included in a separate section at the bottom of the academic CV. So it's the very last thing. And you should include your current or former supervisors, instructors, colleagues, and professionals. So references refer to people who can say positive things about you. You can't include, for example, the number of a colleague who used to dislike you or a supervisor that you had problems with. You should include people who you trust to offer a positive account of your abilities. So include the names of people who you trust, who liked working with you. So when you list a reference, you should include the name of the person that you are referencing, the title, اللي هي الدرجة العلمية, the address, the phone number, and the email address. So all of his contact information so that the recruiter could get in touch with him. You should also make sure that the person who you included in your references knows that he is included. يعني الشخص اللي انت هتكتبه في الريفرنسز تبقى معرفه ان انت كاتبه في الريفرنسز بتاعت السي في بتاعتك. لان اولا انت بتدي contact information بتاعته للريكروتر, فمن حقه يعرف ان الكونتاكت انفورميشن بتاعته هتبقى في السي في. وتاني حاجه طبعا ان هو يبقى مستعد للمكالمه بحيث يقدر يقول ان انت عملت كذا وكذا وكذا في الشغل. فلازم الشخص اللي احنا هنحط اسمه في الريفرنسز يكون موافق على انه يبقى موجود فيها وتبقى الكونتاكت ديتيلز بتاعته فيها ويبقى محضر نفسه هيقول ايه بالظبط لما حد يتصل بيه. So references are people who could offer a positive account of your abilities. They could be supervisors, instructors, or colleagues. So let's revise the sections that we took today very quickly. Number 1, we discussed the specialized skills. In this section, you should include your language skills and your technical skills. And if you are writing an academic CV, it's better to refer to the Common European Framework of Languages. Then we discussed the grants and awards. Grants and awards refer to any grant, award, or scholarship that you had. You should include them or list them all in this section. Then we took the part of the qualifications and certifications. You should include any professional qualification like مثلا the medical license or any certification like the TOEFL exam, the IELTS exam, any course certificate that you had, and so on. Then we had the publications and presentations. This includes the books, articles, or presentations that you have presented. Then we discussed the research, and this part includes your research methodology, your research goals, and your research results. We've also discussed the professional affiliations, any professional organization that you are a member of, and you should also include your position or your title in this specific organization. Then we had the conferences. You should include all the conferences that you have attended or the conferences that you have presented in. And lastly, we discussed the references, and this part refers to the people that could give a positive account of your work or your abilities. You will find a Google Drive link in the description of the video. It includes an example of an academic CV. So let's go through this example briefly so we can better understand the academic CV. As you can see, the first part is اللي هي personal information or the contact information. He has centered his name and he has written it in bold, and he has included طبعا his address, phone number, and his professional email. So this is the part of the personal information. Then, as you can see, he didn't include the professional summary اللي هي optional. He included the educational background and it's written in reverse chronological order. هنا 2019 بعدين 2017 بعدين 2015. He included his PhD. He included the title of the dissertation and his MA or Masters of Art. He also included the title of his thesis and the thesis advisor, and he included his BA اللي هي Bachelor of Arts. فhe included all his college degrees in reverse chronological order, and he mentioned his major here اللي هي psychology. He mentioned برضو his minor when he had a minor, مثلا special education here or community psychology here. This is the educational background. Then he included the teaching experience in reverse chronological order. عندنا الأول 2017 2019 then 2015 2017. He included طبعا his position. Here he is an instructor and here a teaching assistant, and he included the courses that he taught and the place طبعا and the year. He included everything that we have talked about. Then specialized skills. He included just a line that he is fluent in German, French, and Spanish. But of course, if this is an academic CV, it's better to include the tables that we have talked about اللي هو Common European Reference. He also included his technical skills اللي هو programming ability in كذا, extensive knowledge of كذا and كذا. He included his technical and language skills. Then the grants and awards. He received a fellowship, and he included the place that gave him this fellowship and the year. And he included other grants and fellowships برضو and awards, مثلا Academic Excellence Award, Workshop Grant, and so on. Then he includes the publications and presentations. All of these are papers and he published them مثلا في Journal of Educational Psychology or paper that was presented at Brown Bag Series. So he included the presentations and the papers that he has published. He included his research experience. Okay, he had a postdoctoral fellowship in a hospital, and he explained his role in this research. So he explained his research methodology. Then there is a section of the professional affiliations. He is a member of the Psychology Association of America and the National Association of Adolescent Psychology. Finally, he included the references, the name, the title, the address, the phone number. فالأكاديميك سي في اللي قدامكم ده مجرد اكزامبل. طبعا ممكن يبقى في اكزامبل أحسن من كده. الاكزامبل ده من الإنترنت، فكان ممكن يزود حاجات معينة. كان ممكن مثلا يزود البروفيشنال ستيتمنت، كان ممكن يزود الرول بتاعه في البروفيشنال افيليشنز، كان ممكن يزود في الريفرنسز مثلا كل واحد بيشتغل في جامعة ايه، يزود أكتر على الريفرنسز. كان ممكن يزود الجدول بتاع ال Common European Framework for Languages. طبعا هو يمكن ما زودوش هنا لأن هو دكتور أو psychologist، فاللانجوجز بالنسبة له مش مهمة يعني. هو مش في الأكاديمية، هو في الميديكال أو scientific career. This is just an example. You can find several other examples on the internet. I encourage you to check more examples if you are going to write an academic CV. Okay, so now we have finished our first lesson in the business writing course. The next lecture إن شاء الله is going to be about resumes اللي هي بتستخدم في مصر للتقديم على معظم الوظائف. So stay tuned for our next lecture.